It's almost midnight. You're staring at the ceiling again. Your body is tired, but your brain won't shut up. You told yourself tonight would be different. You even got into bed early. And yet, here you are. Wide awake, scrolling, or just thinking. Wondering why sleep feels so hard lately. Here's the honest part. It's probably not one big thing keeping you up. It's a handful of quiet little habits stacked on top of each other. Small things you do every evening without thinking twice. They feel harmless. They feel normal. But together, they're pulling the plug on your best sleep. Hi, I'm Milo, and tonight we're going to gently pull that plug back out. We're going to walk through 5 evening habits that quietly ruin your sleep. None of this is scary, and none of it is a lecture. Just soft, doable tweaks you can try starting tonight. By the end, you'll have a simple picture of what your evenings could look like. You'll also know the one habit most people never think to change, and it might be the biggest one. Before we jump in, a gentle note from your friend Milo. This is general wellness talk, not medical advice. If sleep has been a real struggle for a long time, please chat with a doctor you trust. They can look at the full picture in a way a video never can. Okay, deep breath. Let's meet habit number 1. The first quiet sleep stealer is something almost all of us do. It's scrolling in bed with the lights already off. You know the moment. The room is dark, your phone is bright, and you're just checking one more thing. Then one thing turns into 40 minutes. Here's what's actually going on. Your brain uses light as a signal for what time it is. Bright light at night sends a very confusing message to that inner clock. It basically whispers, hey, maybe it's still daytime, stay alert. Even if you feel tired, part of your brain stays a little switched on. On top of that, the content itself is doing work on you. Reels, news, arguments, and DMs are designed to keep your attention. They pull you into little bursts of emotion right before sleep. That's a rough place to try and drift off from. Here's the simple part. You don't have to give up your phone forever. Try landing the phone somewhere outside the bed about 30 minutes before you want to sleep. Not across the country, just across the room. Charge it on a dresser, a desk, or in the hallway. If you use it as an alarm, a cheap little clock can take over that job. That one small move changes your evenings more than you think. Your bed slowly becomes a place for sleep again, not for scrolling. And here's a little bonus most people miss. When your phone isn't within arm's reach, your morning gets calmer too. You wake up to your own thoughts before the world's noise pours in. Okay, that's habit 1. Now let's talk about the sneaky one hiding in your kitchen. The second habit is eating a big heavy meal late at night. Not a light snack. We're talking about the full second dinner situation at 10 p.m. Life gets busy, and sometimes dinner just lands late. That's normal and nothing to feel guilty about. But when it becomes the everyday pattern, sleep quietly pays the price. Here's why it matters. While you're trying to rest, your body is busy digesting a heavy meal. It's like trying to fall asleep with the kitchen fan still running loudly. You might drift off, but the sleep tends to feel lighter and more restless. Some people wake up around 3 a.m. and can't figure out why. A very late, heavy dinner can be quietly part of that story. Try to finish your bigger meals about 2 to 3 hours before bed when you can. If you're genuinely hungry closer to bedtime, that's okay. A small, gentle snack is a much kinder choice than a full plate. Think a little yogurt, a banana, some oats, a handful of nuts. Something that takes the edge off without overwhelming your system. And here's a reframe that helps. Eating earlier isn't about being strict with yourself. It's about giving your body a soft landing before sleep. You're basically telling it, the workday is over, you can rest now. If you're the kind of person who works late and forgets to eat until 9, this one is huge. Try nudging dinner just 30 minutes earlier this week. See how your mornings feel. Now for habit number 3, and this is a big one. It might be the quietest sleep stealer of them all. The third habit is having no real wind down before bed. We go from full speed straight to lights out. Emails, dishes, laundry, One more show, teeth, bed. And then we're shocked our brain won't slow down on command. Your mind isn't a light switch. It's more like a car with momentum. If you're driving fast right up to the driveway, it takes a minute to fully stop. Same with your thoughts and your body. Without a wind down, you're basically asking your brain to slam the brakes. That's when you end up in bed with racing thoughts and tense shoulders. Here's the simple fix. Give yourself a soft landing strip of about 20 to 30 minutes. Not a whole spa night unless you want one. Just a small, boring, predictable routine your brain learns to trust. It could be dimming the lights around the house. It could be a warm shower, then loose clothes, then a few pages of a book. Maybe some quiet stretching on the floor while music plays low. Maybe just tea, a journal, and slower breathing than usual. The trick isn't which activities you pick. The trick is doing roughly the same ones, in roughly the same order, most nights. Your brain loves that kind of pattern. After a few weeks, just starting the routine tells your body, oh, sleep is coming. You start feeling drowsy before your head even hits the pillow. And this isn't about being fancy or aesthetic. Your wind down can be 5 minutes of dim lights and slow breathing. What matters is that it's yours, and it's gentle. If evenings feel chaotic in your home, start smaller than you think. One song, one cup of tea, one slow walk around the living room. That still counts. That's still a signal. Okay, take a breath with me. Notice which of these first 3 already felt familiar. No judgment. We're just seeing the pattern. Now, let's talk about habit number 4, the one people rarely connect to sleep. The 4th habit is drinking caffeine much later than you think. I know. Nobody wants to hear this one. But hear Milo out gently because it's not what you think. You might already avoid coffee at night. The tricky part is what counts as late. For a lot of people, caffeine sticks around in the body for many hours. That afternoon coffee at 3 or 4 p.m. can still be quietly working at 10. Not enough to make you feel wired. Just enough to make your sleep lighter and less restful. You might fall asleep fine, but you wake up feeling like you barely rested. Then you reach for more caffeine in the morning to fix it. And the loop keeps going. This isn't just coffee, by the way. Strong tea, energy drinks, some sodas, and even certain chocolates carry caffeine. Pre-workout drinks late in the day are a big one people forget. Here's the gentle experiment. Try pulling your last caffeine of the day a little earlier for 1 week. Say no caffeine after about 2 p.m. or whatever feels doable for you. Not forever. Just as a test. Watch what happens to your sleep by the weekend. A lot of people are quietly shocked at how much deeper it feels. If cutting back sounds impossible, don't overhaul everything at once. Just swap one drink. Try a decaf latte, a herbal tea, sparkling water with lemon, or just plain water. You're not giving up your morning coffee ritual. You're just protecting your night from your afternoon. And here's the reframe that might click. Great sleep is a morning habit, as much as a night one. What you drink at noon shapes how you feel at midnight. Once you feel that difference, you don't want to go back. All right, one more habit to go. And it might be the one most people never think about. The 5th habit is going to bed at wildly different times each night. 11 one night, 1:30 the next, 10 on Sunday because you're exhausted, 2 on Friday because, well, Friday. Your body has a natural rhythm. It really likes predictability. When your sleep window keeps shifting, your inner clock never fully settles. It's a bit like flying through time zones without leaving your bedroom. That's why some Mondays feel like a small case of jet lag. You didn't go anywhere. Your schedule did. Here's the simple part. You don't need a perfect bedtime. You need a rough bedtime window. Try to aim for the same 1-hour window most nights. For example, in bed between 10:30 and 11:30. Not a hard rule. Just a soft target. Same idea for your wake-up time, even on weekends. You can absolutely sleep in a bit. Just try not to swing wildly by 3 or 4 hours. That's the part that scrambles your rhythm the most. And here's the reframe. Consistency isn't boring. It's kind of a superpower. When your body knows when sleep is coming, it starts preparing on its own. You get sleepy earlier. You wake up easier. You don't need as much willpower. Your rhythm does the heavy lifting for you. If your schedule is truly all over the place because of work or family, that's real. You're not doing it wrong. Just anchor one thing. Maybe your wake-up time. Or a set lights low time, even if sleep comes a little later. One anchor is enough to steady the whole ship. Okay, let's take a breath and put it all together. We just walked through 5 quiet evening habits. Scrolling in bed with the lights out. Eating heavy meals very late. No real wind down between your day and your pillow. Caffeine sneaking in later than you think. And bedtimes that swing wildly night to night. Notice something. None of these are dramatic. None of them are things you'd blame for a bad night. That's what makes them powerful, and that's what makes them fixable. You don't have to change all 5 tonight. Please don't try. That's the fastest way to give up by Thursday. Pick the one that made you nod the most. The one where you thought, yep, that's definitely me. Start there. Give it a week, gently. See how your mornings feel. If tonight feels overwhelming, here's your tiny starter move. Put your phone across the room before you get into bed. Just that. That one small choice touches almost every habit we talked about. You'll scroll less. You'll wind down more. You'll wake up feeling more like yourself. And here's the little thing to remember. Good sleep isn't a personality trait. It isn't luck. It isn't something other people were just born with. It's a stack of tiny, kind choices you make in the hours before bed. You are absolutely allowed to build that stack, one small habit at a time. Before you go, a soft reminder from Milo. If sleep has been a real, ongoing struggle, please talk to a doctor you trust. Some sleep issues have real reasons behind them, and you deserve real support. This little video is a nudge, not a diagnosis. If this helped even a bit, tell me in the comments which habit you're trying first. I read them, and I love hearing how it goes for you. If you'd like more gentle, doable wellness tips like this, go ahead and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel, and it means more videos like this one land in your feed. Now, go dim the lights. Put the phone across the room. And give yourself permission to rest. Good night from Milo. Sleep well.